is the most current issue of National Geographic. This is the July 2020. I don't know if you can see that. Can you see that? Can you see that? Can you read that? That says 07-2020. 07-2020. I can't believe it, guys. I can't believe we're into July of the year 2020. That definitely feels like the future. So the reason I wanted to show you this particular National Geographic is not because I have a great love of National Geographic, which I do, but simply because recently, in the last 12 months or less, National Geographic, in my opinion, has been really going downhill. It's been modernizing itself, and it has done some horrific things, like changed the spine. Every time I bump the microphone, every time, changed its spine. It changed it. It's now thinner, less. Sorry, it's now thinner. It's less substantial. Anyway, it also broke the yellow square. So some of the recent issues have, like, the world and part of the yellow has been cut. If I was more prepared, I would have those issues here to show you. But alas, they are over there in my bookcase. So, today's issue of the National Geographic, the NATIOGRAPhic. This month's issue of the National Geographic is all about Everest. And it's all in its border. And it's just nice. It feels kind of old school. It feels kind of traditional. But anyway, let's have a look, shall we? Oh, and on the back, there's a Canon ad, as always, which is nice. And this one is of a manatee. A Florida manatee. It's of a Florida manatee. Isn't he pretty? Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. So a lifelong dream of, like, everybody who's ever taken a photo in their life is to get into National Geographic. To have a photo is to have a photo in the National Geographic. I doubt it'll ever happen, seeing I've never asked them. Once my mother met a person, when she was working at the Tourist Information Centre, she met a person who had a photo in their National Geographic, and they got it there by just asking and asking and asking and around the world, from people who are in quarantine and have been advised to stay in their homes. All over the world, we all have to stay at home, and I thought this was a nice little capture of each different experience. This man's at the beach all by himself. Someone's taking a selfie in the mirror. You know, just that sort of everyday life nowadays. I particularly like this man in his New York apartment. But the cities that it lists here is, well, the countries is Brazil, South Africa, Spain, America, California, exactly, England, Italy, and New York, also America, and Moscow, Russia. It just feels like, you know, we're all in this together. I think it gives a good sense of community, I guess, and how we all are. And then there's some, you know, more in-depth article about the virus, but science. And then it says that we're not used to staying at home. At first I wasn't sure about this page with the different colours. There's a few of pages like that that mark what's coming up next, but I don't mind that. And then we have a big double page spread of Mount Everest. It's really pretty. I find people who climb Mount Everest to be both absolutely insane and, I guess, awe-inspiring. Like, what a thing to do, you know. And what I really like about this issue is that it has a poster, and its poster, for one, is also reminiscent of the olden days posters. It's all folded up nicely. It's good quality paper, and it has a map. A map. I love books with maps. This map is of rivers. Can you see that? It's so large. And on the other side, we have a magnificent photo of Everest. You can't see that because of my shadow. It's so nice. I would like to hang that up somewhere. I feel like it needs to go somewhere public, like a hallway in the living room, or the back of a toilet door, that sort of thing. So that was the Asia's Vital Rivers. Asia's Vital Rivers. I was about to call it a handout, a fold-out, a poster. So then I want to show you something really, really cool. I mean, obviously there's more cool top of the mountain shots. But then, wait. Oh, I love photos like this, with celebratory and fun and colourful and bright, and it looks so cold. Anyway, oh, and I love this photo too. I love this photo. This photo of these kids getting water. She's really adorable. I really like it. I think it's very candid. Yeah. Let me find you the article I wanted to show you. It's about ice in Nepal. Oh, this is cotton. This guy here is on a truck, on a big truck, and he's shoveling mountains of cotton to a factory. Pretty amazing. Here we are, okay. It's called Make Your Own Glaciers. Make Your Own Glaciers. And what's crazy is that these people they make these ice stupas, they're called, and they are towers made entirely of river water. So they get the, I don't know if you can see that, can you see that? Can you see that? There's like a little pipe right up the top here, this little pipe, and it runs down this structure. This is a bad setup, I'll do it better in another video. So these ice sculptures, it has a little cafe. I don't know if you can see that, but down here is a little cafe that they've set up inside of this ice building. So what they do is they bring water from the flowing winter stream and they pulse it up this pipe and spurt it out the top, and it settles on the structure that they formed, and then they can save the water from the river from flowing away and melt it later to irrigate the towns who need the water later in the year because of melting glaciers and global warming and all of that. The climates have changed, and the townsfolk don't have enough water anymore, so they've come up with this amazing strategy of preserving the water by building, I suppose that's correct, by building their own glaciers. Here are some more amazing photos. This is some of the students. This is some of the students who work at the school which first started producing these amazing ice sculptures. These, like, that reminds me of where Superman used to, hide out. Look at that, that's amazing. I know it was crystal though, wasn't it? Not ice, but it still has that same vibe. And there's the biggest one. This is a photo of the biggest one. You can see all of the little people here for reference. And this mountain, this man-made ice mountain, you can see the pipe coming up here. They must pump the water up the pipe into a fountain that then freezes to make an ice mountain. And this is near Everest too, I believe. Let me just double check that. I might have been getting it all confused. It might be... They're called Stupas. Well, this doesn't help me because I'm not very good with geographic areas of the region, but it just says it's an 80-foot high stupa is in Gangles near Leh. But that's this one here. Isn't it fantastic? It's magical, it's magical, it's magical. It might be in Nepal or China. India, it's India, it's India, it's India, it's in India. It's in India. Right at the northern tip of India, beyond the Himalayas. Right, so this is up in the Himalayas. This is up above the Himalayan mountains. That's pretty cool. This one's my favorite because I don't know if you can see, but this little cafe has a little guy sitting in it. Can you see that? see that? Can you see that? Can you see it? Can you see that? Can you see that? There's a little guy sitting in the cafe. And that just puts the whole thing into such perspective for me. Such perspective. I love it. I love it so much. Alright. And then the next cool thing that was in this was leopards. Here they are. Aren't they gorgeous? Aren't they gorgeous? Aren't they gorgeous? Aren't they gorgeous animals? They are so cute. So cute. So cute. I want to give it a cuddle. I want to give him a cuddle. Them. There's one here. This photo, don't you think that the red that she's got going on here makes her look fierce? She looks so fierce, darling. No, but really, like, the red makes her eyes pop and she just looks fierce. In the true sense of the word. Because we all know the red isn't just a nice pop of, you know, designer colour. No. It's, you know, from eating. Oh, no. So gorgeous. And I really like this. This scientific spread about the snow leopard. And it has like his bones and his hurdles. And it says here that snow leopards can leap across a 50-foot gorge. They can leap across gorges that are 50 feet. That's a really long way. They can also jump 6 feet high. 6 feet. That's as tall as like a tall man. A tall person is 6 foot high. With no running start. They don't even have to. So they're just standing there, and they just leap 6 foot off the ground. These amazing creatures. Wow. They're not as big as a tiger or a lion, or even, I guess, a jaguar. Amazing. Just so nice. I think that's about it. Another mountains here. Yeah, more people with ice. That's about it. Yeah. So recently, I wouldn't say boycotting. I've still been purchasing the magazine. I just have been going on rants about it to my family and saying how much it's gone downhill and how much I hate the changes that they've been making. And it's like they've been listening to me. They had this page layout that looked like a scrolling page, and I was horrified. I was like, this is the reason I buy magazines, to get away from the scrolling culture of internet, to get to something other than the endless scrolling dribble. I want good content, I want amazing photos, and I want to be taken to places, not to my phone. And so I went on these huge rants, and then all my dreams came true. All my dreams for National Geographic came true. They made it a little bit more traditional, a little bit less changed, because, you know, I'm not a stickler